Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem. Kyrie Jesu Domine.
Good morning, everybody, and happy Thursday. It used to be Ascension Thursday, but it's not anymore. Not in this diocese. I think it's confusing for Catholics because in some dioceses it's still Ascension Thursday. It's really up to the jurisdiction of the individual bishop. So some people have a hard time grappling with that. The universal nature of the church allows for quite a bit of diversity. That there are going to be some days that are holy days of obligation in certain areas, and they're not even a memorial in other parts of the church because of local customs and the prominence of saints and what have you. But 40 days ago we celebrated on Easter Saturday the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And today we would traditionally have celebrated the Ascension because we as Catholics certainly like to carry on that 40-day thing that is so prominent in the Old Testament. 40 days, sometimes literally, and sometimes 40 days symbolically, meaning a long period of time. And we really don't have a lot of stories about what Jesus did during these 40 days. He appeared to the apostles. We have evidence that he appeared to some that it's talked about, but we don't have it recorded in the Bible. Like apparently he appeared to Peter on his own at some point. He appeared to a large crowd of people at one point. Peter makes reference of that in the Acts of the Apostles. So there's, all kinds of stories, as St. John tells us at the end of his gospel, we simply don't hear about. And the way I look at these 40 days is that Jesus is really preparing the apostles for Pentecost. That's the last of coffee. Because Pentecost is the second game changer. The first game changer is the life of Christ, especially his passion, death, and resurrection. That's the fundamental game changer. That's the decision that changed the world. The Holy Spirit will be the new breath that is trying to change the world. One heart and soul and mind at a time. It's really neat to see how John remembers it. Again, John talks symbolically more so than Matthew, Mark, and Luke. At least that's how I take it. And when John does Pentecost, it's on Easter morning. Jesus breathes onto the apostles and gives them the power to reconcile individuals to God. And that is the ministry of the church, to reconcile us to God. That should be our primary work of evangelization, is we want you reconciled with God. You need to be converted. You need to get your life in communion with Jesus Christ. And as Christians, we believe there's certain ways you do that and certain ways that you don't, in terms of the commandments and our way of life. And again, we're not here judging and condemning people. We can judge and condemn attitudes and actions. We want to love individuals. And we want to pray for their spiritual awakening and their conversion to the friend of humanity, Jesus Christ. To the life of humanity, the Holy Spirit. To the giver of life to humanity, God our Father. All three are involved in all three things. But we can break it down for our little peanut brains on an early morning. And the Holy Spirit transforms the apostles and is waiting to transform us, to make us fearless in following Jesus Christ, to make us boldly humble in proclaiming his name. And for a lot of people who wander away from the faith, I would just hope that they can try to process why they left or why they quit. No judgments, and then try to heal it. Do you want to persist? I think a lot of times in relationships, and this goes for faith, we just figure it isn't worth the trouble. I'm just going to stay on my sinking boat, and I guess I'll go to the bottom when it sinks. And Jesus Christ has the life raft, which is even better than the boat you're on, more amazing and spectacular. Hop on his life raft.